My dad's wealthy relatives mocked our family for years and told me I lacked the breeding for law school, until they found out I was a partner at a top law firm. We lived in a small apartment above a laundromat, and I shared a room with my little brother Diego until I left for college. My parents never complained, never made us feel poor, just worked their jobs and made sure we had what we needed. However, my dad's relatives never let us forget that we were the family's embarrassment. Every Christmas at my Uncle Roberto's huge house, he'd make jokes about how dad chose the simple life while he built his real estate empire. Aunt Isabel would ask my mom if she needed cleaning supplies wholesale since she must go through so much. Cousin Luis would park his BMW right in front of our old minivan and say things like, "At least it still runs." They'd give us their kids' old clothes as gifts, saying we could use them more than charity shops. My parents would smile and say thank you while I burned with rage. The worst was cousin Anna, who was 1 year older than me. She went to private schools, had tutors for everything, and made sure everyone knew she was going to work at her mom's law firm. At family events, she'd ask me about community college options, since that was more realistic for someone like me. When I got into state university on a full scholarship, she said it was nice they had programs for underprivileged kids. When I told them I was taking the LSAT, the whole family laughed. Uncle Roberto said I should focus on realistic goals like maybe becoming a paralegal or court reporter. Aunt Isabel offered to connect me with her friend who needed a legal secretary. Anna said law school wasn't just about grades. You needed connections and breeding, things our side of the family didn't have. They didn't know I'd already been accepted to Yale Law with another full scholarship. I just didn't tell them. For 3 years of law school and 5 years at a firm, I let them think I was struggling through some basic legal assistant program. When they asked about school, I'd say it was hard, but I was managing. They'd nod knowingly and remind me there was no shame in vocational training. Dad knew the truth, but I made him promise not to tell his family. During my time at Whitfield and Associates, the relatives got even worse. Anna had joined her mom's small family law practice, making decent money, and she'd bring her business cards to every family event. Luis started his own company that failed in 6 months, but he still acted like he was the next big thing. Uncle Roberto bought another investment property and spent dinner explaining to my dad how he could have been wealthy if he'd had any ambition. Then Anna got engaged to some hedge fund guy and planned this massive engagement party. The invitation came addressed only to my parents, not me or Diego. Mom called to ask if it was a mistake, and Anna said they had limited space and prioritized successful peers. Mom hung up and threw the invitation away. The day of Anna's party, I was at the office closing the biggest merger in the firm's history. $40 billion deal between two tech giants. My name was on the final documents as lead counsel. The financial press was calling it the deal of the decade. I'd just been voted in as the youngest equity partner in Whitfield's 100-year history. The announcement went out Monday morning. Every major business publication picked it up. Wall Street Journal, Forbes, Financial Times. Youngest partner ever at Whitfield. The merger details. My name and photo are everywhere. My Uncle Roberto saw it first. Called my dad screaming that it had to be a different person with the same name. Dad just said no, that's my kid. Then the calls started flooding in. Aunt Isabel suddenly remembered she'd always believed in me. Luis wanted to reconnect and maybe I could look at his business contracts. Anna texted saying she'd been telling everyone at her firm about her brilliant cousin, the corporate lawyer. I didn't respond to any of them. But the best part was the firm's annual gala 2 months later. Black tie, $1,000 plates, honoring the year's biggest wins. My parents sat at the head table with me and the managing partners. The whole extended family bought last-minute tickets when they heard about it. Uncle Roberto tried to network with my colleagues, telling them he taught me about business. The managing partner asked who he was, and I said I had no idea. Must be lost. During my speech, I thanked my parents for working multiple jobs while being mocked by people who inherited their success. I talked about how they taught me that honest work had more value than anything handed to you. The relatives left before dessert. Now they tell people I'm arrogant. Mom and dad still get invited to family events, but we don't go. Last week, Anna sent another wedding invitation with Esquire, written in gold after my name. I sent it back, saying I had a deposition scheduled. I didn't.